This is against Oliver. He's on burn, right? And I am on the draw. I'm like, okay, this is fine. I have Oath of Nissa to get a land on turn 2, even if they kill our Elvish Mystic, it's good. Died. Damn. Like, okay. What do I do here? What do I do here? Wolfwillow Haven or Elvish Mystic? Let's go Wolfwillow Haven to guarantee that maybe you get 4 mana next turn. They draw Lurrus. That's a pretty weak opening. We have got Gargaroth. All right. New plan. Game 1, they have no outs to Gargaroth. They're just like ice cold, really. Like, that's our plan. Oath of Nissa, find a 4th land. I end up finding Eshep Oasis, which is better than Forest here. Let's go. Gargaroth next turn. Our guy got shocked. Damn it. Okay. Gargaroth. Nope. Still didn't draw land. Let's go and take out that Lurrus. Vivien. All right. I wanted to take out the Vivien. I wanted to take out the Lurrus because taking out the Pyromancer doesn't do anything, and just making a 4/5 doesn't do anything because they just attack a Pyromancer, right? So I don't actually like stop damage from coming into me when I kill the Pyromancer. It does actual nothing. So I either kill the Lurrus or do nothing. So I play Vivien here and I plus it, thinking, okay, I can go minus and go find Scavenging Ooze. If they don't attack it, and if they do attack it, then I'm gaining 2 life. So it's like, okay, great. This is where I want to be, anyways. It's got a delay. Just got a delay, right? But they end up drawing one of these. I don't know what they drew. They had 2 cards in hand. Untapped, drew a card. Boros Charm, Wizard's Lightning, Lightning Strike. Before you say, MJ, why didn't you just play that Elvish Mystic? The thing is, if I play Elvish Mystic and they attack a Pyromancer, I'm not blocking. So I still go to 10 and I still die. So the Elvish Mystic didn't mean anything because they just attacked before they played spells. They drew the charm? Yeah, okay. So this is my audio low? I hope it isn't. I hope it's fine. Is my audio low? If you tell me, I can turn it up. It is low? Alright, was it low this whole time? You could have said something. Is this better? We could do even better than that. Alright, now we're doing even better, right? You gotta say something. Alright. I can't hear myself. Alright, but I'm on the play against Burn. This is a fine hand. Two Wizards Lightnings, but they don't have a Wizard in play, right? So what I can do is I can double the counters on this Voracious Hydra, make it a 4/5, and they have 2 Wizards Lightnings. So unless they play it exactly, they don't have a Soul Scar Mage because they would have played it already. They would have played it last turn. So they would have to top deck exactly Soulscar Mage for this to be bad for me. They end up just casting Wizard's Lightning on my face when they attack. Obviously I don't block because it's a 2-3 and I have a 4-5 and I might as well just not block. I need the devotion count and I need a creature for my 3 Vivians. Kind of just chilling with Vivian here. Let's try to make it up to this is round 12. This is round 12. And we won the first round of Pioneer. Let me just Ulamog them. No big deal. Vivian gives trample, so that was SOL. That was dead rather. That's good. Yeah, I like doing tournament postmortems. They're long, but they are fun. I like going over how many mistakes I made in the tournament. All right, so we're on the draw, game 3. Oops, went a little bit too fast there. Okay, let's slow it down a bit. We're on the draw, game 3. This is like, what the hell? All right. Any decklist changes I would make? Not really. All right, so this is our opening hand on the draw against Burn. This is perfectly reasonable. So we can like Oath of Nissa looking for a mana creature, or we can just draw one. So perfectly reasonable hands. It's not great, but it's reasonable. We have double Burn Tree Emissary, so we can play Emissary into Nykthos, into Voracious Hydra for a lot, right? So that's our plan. And then we get punched in the teeth. Kicked in the teeth, whatever. Like, oh, a second Eidolon. This is bad. Wasn't expecting that one. Like, yeah, that's really bad news. Okay, so something you may not know is that Voracious Hydra is really, really bad against Soulscar Mage. Really, really bad. Because Soulscar Mage converts their non-combat damage into -1/-1 counters. And Voracious Hydra is a fight effect. So if I were to play Hydra and fight one of their creatures, my Hydra would be very tiny. Very, very tiny. But we have to. This is what we have to do, so make a 6/7. Oh, did the broadcast not know that? Yeah. The broadcast did not know that. They may think I'm a silly goose. Yes. Because if I just make a 3/4 Hydra and fight the Eidolon, my Hydra turns into a 1/2, which is worthless. At that point, I might as well just block the Eidolon. So, might as well just have a 6/7 and just block it. And also, I can threaten killing them on the backswing. No, it'd be a 3/4, and I fight an Eidolon, and I take 2 damage, and I go into a 1/2. So it's at this point when they attack, it's just like, okay, if they have Boros Charm, I'm dead. So obviously they don't have Boros Charm. And they're thinking a lot. So this tells me that the enemy has Light Up the Stage in their hands. Either Young Pyromancer, or they either have just a Shock or just a Lightning Strike, or they have Light Up the Stage and the Pyromancer. So I'm thinking, okay, if what they have is Light Up the Stage and the Pyromancer, if my Hydra lives, I win. I can lock them out of the game. I can lock them out of spells. Like, I can put Burning Tree Emissary on the Soulscar mages, and Monetary Swiftspear, I can block with a Voracious Hydra, kill those, and if they play a spell, they die. Because the Eidolons hit them. If they play a spell, they go to 7, and I have 10 on the backswing. So I'm thinking, okay, if they have young Pyromancer, their correct block is a block on the Prowess creatures. But I'm thinking in actuality that they have a shock and a Light Up the Stage. So if they have a shock and Light Up the Stage, then I have to block the Prowess creatures, because then I lose. And that's kind of just like the way it goes. So I'm thinking, okay, if I block the Eidolons with my Burning Tree Emissaries, and I Voracious on the Soulscar Mage, and they have a shock. If they shock me, I go to 2. I untap, and I play a 4/4 Stonecoil Serpent. So I'm at 2. I have 2 creatures. They have 2 attackers. I'm not dead. And I can next turn potentially, like, maybe Karn for Orbs of Warding or something. Like, I'm not dead. If they just have shocks and lands, I can actually win this game. Like, 1 shock and a land in their hand. I make the conclusion that I think my opponent is on shock Light Up the Stage. And maybe I'm like, okay, they have shock Light Up the Stage. Maybe they brick on the Light Up the Stage, and I can win the game, right? And that's kind of what that's why I'm kind of testing out these blocks. And that's just like what I'm just kind of walking through it. Like, okay, I think they have a shock. But yeah, I ended up blocking the Eidolons. They end up having Light Up the Stage, and they hit the nuts. So it's not particularly close or interesting at this point. But I think the decision that turn was interesting. Obviously, it didn't really end up mattering what I was doing, but I didn't check. Did enemy not have did they not have an instant in their hands? Could I have just blocked the Prowess creatures? I didn't check. If anybody in the chat, you think they had an instant? Okay. You think they had the lightning strike? Okay. So it didn't matter what I did. Alright, that's fine. Shock or Lightning Strike was the same thing, because my line, if that's all they have, I actually don't lose on the spot. So. I actually have a blocker next turn, and I have a Karn that can go for Orbs of Warding or something, so.